What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Tier Fiend Crafts. It is Friday night. It is way later than I expected to start this. Welcome to everyone on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and Twitter. Tonight, we are going to be continuing on the KameHouse build. Let's just kick down on the table, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so last week we built the ground floor. Now, after looking at it, some things are a bit askewed, some things are a bit off. No biggie, I can handle it and fix it. We have to put on the roof and sides of the roof, as well as an off branch to the roof that is the window to, hi Becca, the window to the room on the top floor of the Kame House. Ugh. So, first things first, I am going to start by first thing I'm going to do is measure this. Then I'm going to, I am not bad. How are you, Becca? $4 millimeter. I would definitely be a lot better if I didn't have to work on tomorrow, but sadly I was not able to get the day off. So hopefully tomorrow ends up going splendidly for you guys. You're okay, you guess? Let's see. 4 millimeter. Yeah, we'll go down here because I think that'll be a smarter decision. 4 millimeter and another 4 millimeters, and then we're gonna go way down. Y'all go, butt that all the way up to the top. 4 millimeter, 4 millimeters, and I don't know if this is standard. Oh, you will be live. Interesting. Can't go wrong with going live at your wedding. Alright. So now that I've got that, let's move some things out of the way. Flip this paper around. I do look forward to seeing it afterwards, because I can't guarantee I'll be able to watch it while I'm at work, but I do look forward to seeing y'all get hitched. Congratulations early. Alright, there's that. And this will probably be a little bit easier with a pair of scissors. So, one moment while I go grab that. Uh-oh. Awesome. See, that works out really well, too, because that makes it to where you can access it later on and at least have that memory there. So that would be a big plus, too. I really do wish I would have been able to get the day off, though, because I was hoping to show up in my kilt. Because I haven't had a good reason to put my tartan on. And that was going to give me a good reason. However, there we go. Okay. Truthfully, there are times whenever I kind of wish I would have filmed our wedding, because I think that would have ended up being a nice reprieve for me and Arwen, for sure. La da da da, where did my glue go? I done lost it. Oh, swear I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. There it is. Found it. Back to the tacky glue. Ooby dooby doo. Once it gets down to the bottom of the bottle, there we go. Oh. And then I'm just gonna not use my finger. Use a scrap piece of cardboard. How about that one? That seems to be the better idea here. If I was wearing a pair of trousers other than the ones I don't want to have glue on, it probably would have worked better. Well, the one did not exactly go all too fancy-wise, and so she is currently working at the Bricktown Haunted Warehouse. So hopefully that one will work out a little bit better, since she already knows what she's doing. Oh, let's see if I can fit that all the way around there. Oh, look at that, I can. Cool. That means that I can do this. Throw my glue across the table. I don't need to throw my glue across the table. Alright. And I agree. I think so. I think it's pretty sweet myself. And honestly, at the end of the day, I think this one will end up being better for her anyway. Because, nah. I am good with her not working at the place that she was at, because that was nope. However, if you have any questions about that, I would say message her, because she's the one that could inform you better. I'm just the goof nut that married her. There we go. Glued everywhere. Hey, put the glue where it's supposed to be. I don't need it in the one spot, I need it in the other. And then let's keep this even all the way up. All the way over. And all the way down. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do not misunderstand. I'm not Bob Ross. I can make mistakes. I don't make happy accidents. There it is. One happy accident was I didn't grab the other glue. The other one is that I didn't even open this one. I am currently working on finishing up the Kame House from Dragon Ball. Master Roshi's house. The work I'm doing now is to make the peak in the front, as well as the sides of the roof and all of that. I had started playing House Flipper and got to where I could buy the Kame House, and then I was massively disappointed whenever I got it. So this is me doing the house the way I felt like it should have been done, because at the end of the day, the Kame House is pretty iconic, or at least in my mind it is. All right, start from there, and it might help if I pull the table up, huh? There we go. Now the table is closer to me. Fold this over. Ugh, to where all I have is this. And we'll start with this point, because I know that's going to be my end point. So, from there, do 4. And if you have, right? If anybody ever wanted to know, double corrugated cardboard is roughly 4 millimeters thick, or at least the one I got is roughly 4 millimeters thick. So now I'm gonna go through and line this out in 4 millimeter intervals, and I'll end up doing this a couple of times because I've also got 2 side pieces to at least get some of the sides lined. That way I can use a better glue on it and not have to worry about it falling apart or going all wonky. And when doing so, there's that one. And go down chaw, and there's that one, and one more down here, right here. There we go. And I'll be deuced. That's a heck of a lot straighter than the other one was. There we go. Pretty. Alright. And now, to cut this part out. And truthfully, most of the work that was already done on this, I didn't bother to line any of the wall pieces, mostly because I'm going to be covering them. However, this one I've decided I'm going to line. That way, whenever I go to glue the peaks to the back and the front, it'll end up gripping a little bit more. I do have to go in and make some fixes to this, but nothing that's way too major or anything like that. So that's a plus. Snip that piece. No, I didn't go far enough down. That's good enough. Ah, there we go. Got it. Alright. Now that I've got that. Next one. And splooge the glue everywhere. Make a mess if you have to. Oopie doopie doopie doo doo. Nothing wrong with making a mess, so long as that mess is made for a reason. Also, don't use the same piece of foam, or not foam, but cardboard to wipe one glue and then another glue, because then the piece that you or the side that you ended up using for the other glue start getting stuck to your fingers. And I didn't pay attention to it until it was too late. Alright. Slide that even with that piece. Get it all in there real nice and pretty like. There we go. There we go. Make sure to start my fold. That way there's at least creases and points in there that I know where they go, to where once it's glued it'll fold better. There we go. Alright. And now for the rest of the gluing. So Becca, have you managed to watch Werewolf by Night? Or anyone by that chance? Have y'all managed to watch Werewolf by Night yet? A little bit more there. Shoo doo 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 doo. If y'all haven't been able to watch it yet, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth the watch. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Also finished the season finale of She-Hulk. And now I have the season finale of Rings of Power to watch, which I am definitely looking forward to, because the way that the rest of the season has gone has actually been quite enjoyable. Not really understanding why everybody got so miffed at it, because truthfully it's been worth the watch. Like, I haven't seen anything that would have made it not worth watching at all. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now for the last one. Uh-oh. Starting to slide off. That's not what I need. Need you to work with me here. There we go. Welcome to whoever popped in over on the Book of Faces. I'm just going to run that out to there, because I'm really not for sure how much of it is going to need glue, but at the rate I'm going, put it all in there. There we go. Alright. So, now that I've gotten part of that done, go ahead and snip this. There we go. There we go. Ooh, I see sandpaper in my future. Or an emery board, because I think I have one handy. Nope, I don't, but I have a file. Pro tip: if you get super glue on your hands or on your fingers, you can use something like an emery board or sandpaper, something like that, or even a little mini precision file. Since it doesn't have the massive grooves in it, it's more of an abrasive. You can go in and clean it off of your fingers pretty easily that way. I know some people say to use soap and water and whatnot. I've never gotten it to work very well with soap and water. Just a thought. But there we go. But yeah, so pro tip for you. Now, for this one, I need to make a minor adjustment to where this is even. Problem is I don't want to have to go in and redo the whole thing in order for it to work. So, to keep from having to do that, I am going to, too far, to mark a small segment of it, let it get progressively wider as I go along. That way I can at least attempt to cut it to a relatively flush area. For that, gonna just use a sharp blade. Remember to watch your fingers and your hands and all that jazz, because you don't want to cut your fingers off, because that would really suck, especially if you do stuff like this for a living. Alright, one of the upsides to having foam in the back of this, though, is that I can guide across and not have to worry about doing a massive amount of damage to it. So now that I have the front out of the way, I am going to be taking a couple of these pieces of paper that I had cut and just laying them across, gluing them across here. And then I'm going to glue this on it, on top of that. And then once I go to put the rest of the outside on it, should cover it up. So hopefully my idea works. If it doesn't, well, you'll be the first to know. So we're going to start with the PVA glue to put the paper on. And we're going to use our piece of cardboard again. To get the glue in there. Once I get the, there we go, get all that done, I can start laying in the two remnant pieces of paper that I have, which might work if I close the pencil. And I say close like I actually had it opened or something, but slide that piece of paper in there, just like that, and like a glove, fits all the way across. Sweet. Starting to think I need to invest in a different pair of scissors. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. There we go. And now that I've gotten that out of the way, put the lid back on that. And there we go. Get that on there. And now that that's on there, I can Well, I thought I could. There it is. Fixing to say, I know I have it. Where's it at? Use some CA glue accelerator. Not perfect, but cyanoacrylate, definitely a good choice. Or cyanoac. I don't remember how to pronounce whatever the deuce CA means. So, dries super glue instantly. Flammable. Contains acetone. Do not use or store near heat, sparks, or open flame. Try to avoid inhaling. Only use with adequate ventilation. Well, I try to do all of those as best I can. Now, I need to do with the back what I did with the front. Start about there. Make sure I try to level it off. Because I definitely need the front and the back to be sitting fairly evenly if I'm going to do this. Welcome to whoever is in over on Facebook. And welcome to whoever came in over on the YouTube. Alright. So now that I've gotten that cut off of there, and it appears to be even, I need a .7. Yep, 7.7. Okay. So we are going to start with the 7.7 as our base, and then we'll get the rest of the measurement in just a second. There we go. Alright, so 7.7. Move my glue. And with that as a base, there we go. And there we go. And there we go. And one more. Maybe two more. I don't know. And one more should be fine. There's that. And then we are going to make sure all of those are leveled out. Straight across them. And straight across there. And like a glove. Hi, Tristan. It's been a minute, dude. Oh. Welcome to whoever came in over on Twitch. We are currently working on part 2 of building the Kame House from Dragon Ball in general. Because, I mean, it doesn't matter which Dragon Ball it is. The Kame House has been in Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT. They didn't really discriminate on where they put the Kame House at. Which I don't think Master Roshi would care either way. Alright. And I hope the cut on this ended up evening out. Because it looks even, but I could be wrong. I'm getting old. My eyes are lying to me now. There we go. Smidge, Give. Get it all purdied up in there. Place the paper on. And you know what? This time I'm not going to use my pencil for this because that required me to have to do some work that was less than prime. So I am going to use... I have no clue. I'm going to use something. Then again, by the time I find it, chances are the glue's going to be dried. That's the rate things are going for me right now. There it is. Got it. Painting knife. Because why not? And I don't know why that is sticking out that bad. Dude. Oh, that's why. Never mind. I figured it out. It's one of them it'll be fixed problems whenever... Hi, Sam! It's one of those it'll be fixed problems whenever it gets fixed problems. Alright, day 2. We're working on the KameHouse again. Sam, question. Did you watch the season finale of She-Hulk? Because I know if anybody other than me did, it was probably you. And honestly, I enjoyed it. I actually thought it was really good, but... How'd you like the colossal, what's the term I'm looking for? Because it wasn't really a mess up or screw up or anything. It was just weird. Like, I don't know how to feel about the actual decent fourth wall break that we finally got. That was more akin to one of the comic panels. And now that we've gotten it from She-Hulk, I'm really hoping we get it from Deadpool, because if we do, then that'll put it definitely into the realm of the characters finally. Okay. Just a smidge more. There we go. Okay, was more than I needed to take off, and took it off funky. Okay, that's good to know. See if that evened it back out. No, it didn't. Man, I keep doing this. Worst part is, I have a way to tell. But, still, what did you think? Because I enjoyed it, but I also enjoyed a few things that I know a lot of people were like, that's so horrible. To be fair, though, I did get asked about, let me read those comments first and then we'll get back to that. Yes, we watched it. I found it humorous. The giant fourth wall break and stopping the ending would have been bad to a great ending with still fourth wall movement. And the reveal of Scar Oh, yeah. That's one of the things that kind of caught me off guard. I was like, hold up, wait a minute. Are we going to get the prelude to? Or are we just going to get left out of the loop on this one? But from what my understanding is, the next Hulk movie was supposed to be Planet Hulk anyway. So hopefully it ends up happening, because yeah, that's definitely not a ball that gets thrown out there for no reason, you know? Oh. But I did have someone ask me what my thoughts were on the newest Batman movie. The one with the Sparkle Bitch dude. which, to be fair, he's not a bad actor. It's just what he's best known for is a really bad interpretation of a book. Got it. Maybe. No, I didn't. However, I think it might be a better choice to do that. I don't know. As far as I'm aware, we are getting the Planet Hulk. Then the X-Men comments in the show. Oh, yeah, the X-Men comments were... Ooh, those were out there. I was really wondering where that was going to go, because it's like, we're going to throw that in the mix. There's some statements today saying that we were going to get a series introducing each X-Men backstory before the movie comes out. Which we were supposed to be getting another X-Men animated series anyway with, what was it called? X-Men 94 or whatever it was. So, like, I was looking forward to that and still haven't seen... it might be on Disney Plus and I just haven't noticed it. But, like, that was one of those things that I was like, I'm really looking forward to more X-Men stuff now that Disney has it. And then, and it's like, why are we playing games? Why are we not getting everything, like, all in line at once? But, hindsight is a really big pain in my ass. They say hindsight is 20/20, and I say sometimes. And then I say, you know what? I could have done that a whole lot different. So, let's do it different. Sharp, pointy objects. Always use caution when using sharp, pointy objects. Slide that in between. And it's flush enough that hello, Savannah. Did you have to tear up my window? Oh, I love my animals, I do, but my kids' cat is a pain in my backside, I swear. Alright. That is an awkward spot to be even, but I'll take your word for it and we'll see where we go from there. There we go. There we go. There we go. See how evenly we sit, because if it sits even enough, whoo, like a glove. Man, I thought it was awkward, but apparently not. Apparently it was bang on the money. Alright, so, in that case, first things first, run a line of glue in the most awkward gapping that I have. Alright, there's that. A little bit on this end. A lot of bit on this end. Ooh. There we go. And just a smidge, lot more here. Alright, now, to everybody that's watching, if you have had a chance to watch the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, or whatever the deuce his name is, in it, drop a comment and tell me what you thought of the movie, and then give me a rating out of 10, because I want to know what everybody else thinks about it, because, like, I was asked earlier what my thoughts on the movie was and what I would rate the movie. And truthfully, I could only give it a 5 out of 10. I could not go any further than that. It really just was not in the cards for that movie for me to give it a higher score. And a lot of my issues actually came less with Batman and more with Bruce Wayne. Now, I will say, Alfred, that was a great casting choice. I don't care. It was actually a really good casting choice. It was interesting, for sure, because, I mean, this is the same guy that is responsible for Caesar from Planet of the Apes and Gollum from The Lord of the Rings, and then he's playing probably one of the coolest butlers of all time. So that was interesting. So yeah, drop a comment. Let me know what y'all thought about the movie, and let me see what y'all's opinions were, because like I'm left at an awkward point with it, because I think it could have been done a lot better than it was. I kind of feel like it was underdone in a way, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why I went ahead and rated it the way I did, because like it didn't feel like it was the best Batman movie it could have been, and felt like some areas were rushed, some areas that they kind of lost the plot. Not to mention, I wasn't very thrilled with the villain. I thought that was a really bad interpretation of a really good villain. Best Batman villain? Probably not, but still a good villain. Now, this is going to be a moderately controversial statement, but truthfully, the Riddler was a better villain for Green Arrow than he ever was for Batman. Because with Batman, there really wasn't a lot that you're going to be able to prove, because you're not more intelligent than Batman. So you can't prove your intelligence whenever it's not there. But with Green Arrow, Oliver definitely wasn't as smart as Bruce. That's for sure. Even though Green Arrow is still my favorite character, he definitely isn't the most intelligent. Shoo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Shoo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Get that across there. No. Don't go playing games with me. Here we go. Work with me, not against me. Because if you work with me, we can make beautiful stuff. Alright. And after I get these on, we will figure out exactly which direction we're going to take this, because the bits I just added aren't really going to help with anything aside from keep this kind of lined up and show me areas where I did bungle up a couple things. But let's see what we got. We have comments from Sam and Adrian. Hi, Adrian. Let's see. Sam, I have about 7 to 8 out of 10. I liked the fact it was more struggle factor of him being Batman and Bruce while showing his detective skills. As for Riddler, I do think the idea of making Riddler more modern and more aggressive when it comes to his knowledge and revealing he knew Bruce as Batman leads us to the animated Batman film Hush coming to live action the way they were building the story. Okay, reply to Sam real quick, and then I'll get to your comment, Adrian. As to the Hush thing, yes, to an extent, it would leave for an area for us to get to that. But before we get to that, there's a whole heap of stuff that had to come about before the Riddler ever figured out that Bruce was Batman. So, like, it's one of the things that got me. It was kind of like they skipped some of the areas that needed to be in the story, and just kind of said, it'll be fine. We don't need to leave the mundane things in the middle. Now, one of the reasons why I did give it a 5 out of 10 is because it was more of a detective story, and I did like that fact. Because Batman's supposed to be the world's greatest detective, which I completely agree with. But I feel like they could have done something else. All right, I'm going to have to cut the live. I will talk to you guys later. Adrian, I will read your comments and then reply back to them as quick as I can. You guys have a good night.